Remember Adam and Eve in Genesis chapter 3 ran away from the presence of God when they heard God's voice. My question for you is, why are you running? I mean, we can stop and ask the question as to why Adam and Eve ran. We can judge them, and we can say whatever it is that we feel is appropriate to say about them. Like, they were crazy. I mean, weren't they perfect? Weren't they without sin? Didn't they know the Creator? They were in their perfect condition prior to the sin. They didn't know any sin prior to them taking the fruit. They should have known that their Father was a loving, caring God. Why did they run? Why did they hide? Because that's the example we see in Genesis chapter 3, verse 8. When God calls their name, all of a sudden they running and hiding. And God got to say, where are y'all? It's the same thing today with us. We run and hide when we commit sin, and Jesus is wondering where we are. Although he sees us, he's asking the question so that we can come out of hiding and expose the truth as to what we've done that would make us feel like we got to run and hide in the first place. Brothers and sisters, we've been running and hiding from God all our lives. Every time we think we're doing something in our own strength, we run to God. We run to church. We willing to pay that tithe and that offering, or give some tithe and offering. We're willing to go to church. We're willing to go to the prayer meeting. We're willing to go to the prayer line. We're willing to fellowship. But let us mess up and do something we know we ain't supposed to do. We do the same thing Adam and Eve did, and that is run and we hide. We don't want to be on the prayer line no more because we realize the behaviors in which we carried on was a little unsavory. We don't want to go to church no more. We don't give the tithe and the offering anymore because somewhere we messed up, took our eyes off to Jesus and off of Jesus, and we started doing things our own way. And because now we feel shame like Adam and Eve felt, because we feel guilt like Adam and Eve felt, because we feel a spirit of anxiety and fear coming over us, just like that same spirit that came over Adam and Eve, we run away. And let me just add as to why we feel these spirits all of a sudden. Because when you take the lie that Satan has dangled in front of you, when you believe the lie that sin is going to somehow enhance you, that's going to make you better, because didn't that what Satan told Adam and Eve? That sin was in some way going to enhance them? Yeah, he didn't lie. Satan didn't lie. Sin has enhanced you. It has enhanced a spirit that you didn't know nothing about at first, and that is fear, anxiety, shame, etc. And those are the reasons why you run. But it's so unfortunate that we blame God. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, God says that I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Where did you get that spirit of fear from? We got it from sin. Satan dangled the sin in front of us, and we took the advantage of the sin. And now, as a result of indulging the sin, we inherit fear. That makes us run. We've got to stop and say, Lord, forgive me. Cleanse me. And if you're thinking that God won't forgive you, if you're thinking he won't cleanse you, what does he say in Matthew 11:28? Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon thee and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly of heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls when you come to me. Rest from what? From fear, from running away from God, from anxiety, from depression, of knowing that you did wrong. And see, it's not so much knowing that you did wrong that makes us run, but it's that thought now that Satan can push on you that's got you thinking that God won't love you no more, that he can't forgive you as a result of you doing what you did, that makes you run. Brothers, sisters, it's time for us to run back to God. One more scripture, Luke chapter 15, verse 20. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And of course, this is the story of the prodigal son. Here's the story of a young man that was quite rebellious. Here's the story of a brother who didn't have it all together. In fact, he knew better, but he decided to do some bad things anyway. But what did the father do? The father went out to search for him and invite him back home. In fact, as the son was coming home, he met the father halfway because the father was out there looking for him to bring him back home. He didn't find judgment. He didn't find scolding. Yeah, I know maybe our parents may have judged us or dealt with us or disciplined us in their anger as kids. And maybe that's part of the reason why we feel so fearful towards God, because it's often the way we felt towards our parents or guardians that as to why we feel the way we felt about God. But let me tell you, let me show you who God is. You just heard me say it. You just heard me quote the scripture in Luke. We see an image of the Father coming to look for the Son who sinned. And this is the same image of our Father in heaven coming to look for Adam and Eve in Genesis chapter 3, which is the same image of our Father from heaven in the face of Jesus coming to look for us when we do wrong. Not to scold us, not to discipline us, but to love us back home. This is Brother Battles, and I'm praying that this message blessed you. If it did, find somebody to touch and share this message with them. I'll release the link for this video where you can share it on YouTube here in just a minute. Loves and blessings.